Hey everyone, MLive's Brendan Quinn here alongside Michigan football beat writer Nick Baumgardner following Michigan's Monday media availability. Obviously the only news of the day really was Frank Clark, his situation with the alleged domestic abuse charges in Ohio, and the fallout, his immediate dismissal from the program, and their comments from that. I mean, I guess the biggest thing, this is kind of a black and white issue, especially under the current tone and the era that we live in with the NFL and all these situations that are going on. There's just no place for it. What did you take away, if anything, really from kind of what played out here today?
Well, I think it was the only move to make. I don't think there was any other decision you could have done. So in that sense, they made the right decision, obviously, I think. And I thought Brady Hoke handled himself well with his explanation for it. I would say maybe even passionate about the fact that it's not tolerated, by him or his program or, anyone around here. And they go through and they speak with their kids about domestic violence. I know a lot of coaches do that now in college. This has been a thing. It's sort of sad that it's only recently become a thing. Yeah. But coaches have put in place, no tolerance policies on if you hit a woman at all or put your hands on one. Period. You're gone. And that seems to be sort of what, we don't know all of Brady Hoke's discipline policies, but it seems to be that's a policy of his. We saw that, I think, in Texas. Charlie Strong came in and threw a bunch of kids off the team basically because they had done this, and in the prior regime, maybe it wasn't a zero tolerance, but he put it, So it's becoming something, importantly, it's becoming something that's being, not tolerated at all. Brady Hoke waited for the police report, I would assume, like the rest of us did, to come out. That wasn't finished until late Sunday night. So once you get all that information, you read it. It was pretty damning, and the decision was made, and it was the only one you could have made.
One thing that was discussed today was the off-the-field issues. This isn't the first arrest involved in the program, and this isn't the first incident. This is the first of this type. Don't get me wrong there, but he didn't say. He said everything has its unique circumstances for whether a guy gets a second chance, whether a guy's suspended. This all obviously stemming from the fact that Frank Clark had a previous arrest at Michigan. What do you think about where he kind of falls in line of sternness or strictness compared to the rest of the college football landscape?
I mean, compared to everyone else, I think it's probably pretty close to what everyone else does. I've kind of been of the mind for a long time now that these drunk driving arrests that continue to just get one game. Michigan's only ever given one game for the few that it's had, in the past few years. And other places give one game or maybe none. So, some of this stuff isn't as stern as it should be, obviously, but I think Hoke's, for the most part, has been in, sort of in concert with everyone else. As people look back at Frank's situation in 2012 and, he was charged with a felony, in a lot of places that would be immediate, you're out of here. However, what people, I think, fail to realize or forget to understand was that felony was wiped from his record. He was not playing with a felony. So technically he wasn't, I don't believe he was a convicted felon. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not a lawyer or a law person, but in any event, I typically stand on these serious crimes. I don't think the punishment's ever firm enough. I don't think one game for drunk driving is enough. I didn't think one game for stealing someone's laptop was enough. Fitz Toussaint got one game for drunk driving. A.J. Williams got one game for drunk driving. Taylor Lewan got nothing for punching a guy in the street, or he claims he did, whatever. So I don't think they're firm enough, although it was, I don't want to call it refreshing, but it was the right move to remove Frank Clark, just as it was the right move to remove Sante York for punching another man in the street. So I think it's kind of par for the course, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's a good thing. I think if you want to set a tone or be a trendsetter, then you get a little more firm on this stuff.
I guess end of the day, it's just another week that no one's talking about football.
Yeah, it's the year. It's the year that will not end. And Brady talked about that today too. That he admitted it. A lot of stuff's happened this year. And Baumgardner even said, they talked about it this morning. Like every time we turn around, it's something else. And and you keep wondering how many more times can this team sort of circle the wagons and go play a football game with all this going on. They've got 2 more to go, but it's been a long, long year, and it ain't over yet, and I'm sure it'll be longer and longer.
At this point, just heavens knows what could happen in the next 2 weeks. I mean, there could be
next
still
2
plenty
weeks,
of time for more theatrics.
Weeks, next who knows,
and then the season ends, and then
it gets worse.
Then the storyline changes in a different direction. But that's it for today. For Nick, I'm Brendan. Thanks for watching.